Hey all, this is Dana, and I'm coming at you with this week's 411 on 911. I have got the lovely Kelly with us today. Welcome.
Hello, hello.
We also have a few wonderful little kiddos back here, and one big furry one. I believe his name is Ace. Everyone say, hey, Ace.
Hey, Ace.
That was a little quiet,
weak,
wasn't it?
Weak sauce.
What about, hey, Ace?
Hey, Ace.
Oh, Jesus. Not in the face, though. Anywho, today we are here to talk about Christmas and the New Year's and some of the crimes and things that go along with it. So, are we busy? Is SacPD like really busy on Christmas time?
Christmas Day, we're not really super busy because a lot of people are out of town or the business are closed, so people aren't just in the hustle and bustle that they have been in the previous weeks during the holiday shopping season.
Okay, and what type of calls do you think that we mostly get on Christmas?
Well, with everybody being at their families' homes, we typically get a lot of disturbances with the families because people haven't been together in a long time. They're coming together for the holidays. There's drinking involved. They've been together too long throughout the day when they're not used to seeing each other. So we get a lot of the domestic violence calls. We get a lot of fight calls within families, and then just the overall disturbances where people aren't getting along.
So it's like the drinking is coming into play and you're just like done. Done with all the family, done with the men, the women, the children, and just big fights.
They're tired. They're ready to go home.
Okay. So what other types of calls?
Unfortunately, we have a lot of alarm calls during the holiday season because of people being out of town, businesses being closed. So unfortunately, criminals see this as a good time to go and vandalize and break into businesses when they know that the shop owners are going to be home celebrating with their families.
I can't even imagine like going on vacation and then coming back and just having everything gone and damaged.
Yeah,
that would be awful.
It's really sad, unfortunate.
So anything else?
Yes, unfortunately, seasonal depression is real. We see a lot of this. We start seeing this around Thanksgiving as we start to ramp into the holiday seasons. When you see it starting to be commercialized more, I think that's when people really settles in that they're going to be alone or something tragic has happened in the past where they're alone. So suicides, especially during the holidays, tend to raise in calls for service.
Okay. We did do an episode on 41191 on suicide. It was a couple of months ago, I think. We posted a lot of numbers. We'll do that again for you guys because we do want you to know that we are here to help. You can always call us on 911 or the non-emergency number.
Right. We're always here. We're 24/7. So if you're feeling that you need to talk to somebody, please give us a call, 264-5471, or if you feel like it's very imminent or someone else is in danger that you know of, call 911. We're always here to answer that.
Okay, so during this season, is there anything that you would tell people like not to do?
Yes, do not leave things in your cars. People can see in your cars, they see you moving it from the front of your vehicle to the trunk of your vehicle during the shopping seasons. They see this as an opportune time to break into your vehicle and take all of those wonderful things that you've purchased for your family and friends. It's really sad. And also, do not warm your car up. I know it's cold out. Nobody wants to get into a warm car, but that extra 5 minutes that you would have to sit in your vehicle and warm it up is saving you from having your vehicle stolen. Unfortunately, that's another crime of opportunity is when people warm up their vehicles in the morning to help get it started so they can hit the road a little bit faster. They're actually delaying it because their cars are stolen and now they have to wait for us to come out and take a report.
Yeah, it's like a calling card to the bad guy saying, take me. And it happens. We've had a few today already, so it's crazy, right?
It's sad.
Okay, so with all these different types of calls, this is 411 on 911, would I be calling 911 or the non-emergency number or what?
Well, it just depends on the type of call. If it is a crime in progress where you're fearing for your safety and others, definitely call 911. As far as questions or report calls, definitely call our non-emergency number, and that's at 916-264-5471. You can always call that if you have a question, or if you get home and you realize your home's been burglarized and you've already been through the house, you can also call the non-emergency number for that, because at that point it's a report call. It's no longer a crime in progress.
Okay, what if it's like a neighbor's throwing a party or something?
Well, it depends on the party. If it's just loud people and loud music, I would not call 911 for it. That's more of a disturbance and quality of life issue, so I would call the non-emergency line. Now, if they're throwing a party and there's people fighting in the street, I would definitely call 911 because there's a chance that somebody could be hurt severely.
Okay, all right. And speaking of parties and New Year's, it's not yet. Not yet. Hey!
We're here for the new year.
Okay, joking. Okay, so anyways. So speaking of New Year's, I'm just going to go out on a limb here.
Okay.
And I'm going to say it's busy.
It's very busy on New Year's. We have to up our staffing significantly due to the calls for service and the parties on New Year's.
Got to get the ears in, right? Hi, buddy.
Hi,
Sorry,
Puff.
Ace wants to be in this too.
Hello.
Hi, sweetie.
What do you think of the New Year's, Ace? Are we busy? I think we're busy.
Are we busy?
We're definitely busy.
Woo! I think we jumped a little bit. Okay, so I'm assuming also that dispatch is like going call to call to call to call. Do police respond on every single call?
We don't respond on every single call. We're typically inundated with calls for service regarding party calls in the area, loud music. We have a lot of calls for service pending at the time, so they can't make it to everything. Calls do pend on the board a bit longer during the holidays, especially New Year's, those types of where people are out and about and celebrating.
That makes a lot of sense. Yeah, I can see you guys being slim and busy. Okay, so what are... It's okay. It's just a dog. So what are our policies on like noise complaints?
Well, typically we'll respond out for sure if you're willing to sign a form, willing to testify against your neighbor. And it's a civil process, so it's more of you're being the witness to the disturbance. It's a city code. You know, we shouldn't be having the noise blowers and so forth between, I think it's 9 p.m. or 6 p.m. and 9 a.m.
Mm-hmm.
So anytime between those hours, if it's like construction or leaf blowers or anything, we'll definitely come out for that because it's a city ordinance. Regarding music, it's more of how high the music is, so it might not always be a decibel, but it's definitely a disturbance to you, so you can always call us and we'll come out, but we are going to need you to be willing to sign for a civil process. So if you're not willing to do that, typically we'll do an all units broadcast, which lets all the officers and the sergeant in the area know what's going on at that house.
Okay, so you're saying that I would have to, if I called in a noise complaint, in order for you guys to come out, I would have to like go to this person and like put them under like a citizen's arrest type thing or something?
Very similar. It's like a citation, like a misdemeanor citation.
So they obviously would know that I'm complaining about
Correct.
them. Do people actually do that?
Yeah, all the time. People do it all the time.
Okay. That's interesting. All right. Okay, so if I'm not willing to do that and I don't want them to know it's me and I want to be anonymous, then what happens?
Well, what we would do is we would take the information from you and then put it in a call for service, but it's not something the officers are responding out for. It's going to be a broadcast made into that district, so the sergeant and the officers are aware of the problem house. Another thing that you can do if it's a chronic problem, we can take the information from you and then forward it over to our Justice for Neighbors program so that they can get in touch with the landlord, especially if it's a rental home, and be held responsible for the disturbances.
Okay, and we can, I believe we have emails and phone numbers and that, so we can post that at the end of this as well.
Oh, yeah.
So basically, just to recap, Christmas, New Year's Eve, really think about the crimes that are occurring. Don't leave things in your car. If they're of any importance to you, don't leave them in the car. Don't leave your car running.
Right.
If you are suicidal, we'll post some phone numbers, but you can definitely contact us because that's what we are here for.
Correct.
And
also, if you're going to be out of town for an extended period of time, you can always email us at pd@pd.cityofsacramento.org, and we can just put a little note on your address that you will be out of town. So if we get any calls for service, we'll definitely know that no one should be at your residence. Also, it's a good idea to let your mail provider or your newspaper delivery know if you're going to be out of town, so those aren't stacking up on your doorway, which is a key note to let criminals know that you haven't been there for a while.
Yep. So basically, we would like to say happy holidays to all y'all from SAC PD's family. And what else do we kind of want to say about the New Year's? What do you think? Happy New Year's?
Let's make some noise for the New Year's.